In the markets of Iquitos, Westerners come looking for a magical potion.
We nickname it Witch's Alley because it's just where all the medicinal plants are sold within the land market.
Malcolm Rossiter is a former nutritionist who moved here from Melbourne. He guides me through the market in search of the region's speciality.
El licor muy alucinógeno acá de la selva, que lo toman con chamán, se llama la ayahuasca.
The Ayahuasca brew is a mixture made primarily of chacruna, which contains the DMT, dimethyltryptophan, which gives the visions, whereas this is the Ayahuasca vine. And when they're combined together, we have the Ayahuasca brew or tea.
Locals use ayahuasca as a laxative, but Westerners are seeking it out to transform their lives.
What is this?
In one aspect, I can really say ayahuasca saved my life. I left Australia nearly 6 years ago now after being fed up with society, fed up with business, and just not happy with myself. I really hated myself.
For Malcolm, that all changed when he discovered ayahuasca.
It helped me get over the depression which I'd been suffering before, the anxiety. The more I drank ayahuasca, the more I found I could connect and really learn to love myself again.
To see an ayahuasca ceremony taking place, I'm going to have to travel further up the Amazon River. Ayahuasca centers are dotted through the jungle surrounding Iquitos. They serve the thousands of foreigners looking for a healing experience.
Good morning, Donnie. How are you, man? Good. I'm doing great. Yeah.
Scott Peterson has been living in the jungle for over 15 years. He has trained as a shaman, and people come to his ayahuasca center from all over the world.
It really interests me. Like, the more I read about it, the more I wanted to actually experience it myself.
Ella is an accountant from Canada. She became curious after reading about ayahuasca, but she isn't sure what to expect.
I am not religious, I'm not spiritual, I've never done any drugs, I've never done anything like that in my life. And for some reason I got very interested in this.
Some of the visitors have more specific expectations.
I had an ayahuasca experience in Sweden like 6 months ago when I was having quite serious alcohol problems. And after that I could stop drinking, and it really took away all my willingness of drinking alcohol.
Some people come here for healing on other levels, psychological, addictions, other things.
Thel came here from America to improve her practice of what she calls spiritual healing.
Some of us come here if you're a healer and looking for, just to confirm that what you're doing is the right thing, how you're doing it, if there's more information that we need to know.
Scott, the shaman, takes some of his patients to see firsthand where ayahuasca's ingredients come from.
And you can see that all of these bushes have leaves like this, and this is where the DMT is in the formula. And so we put about 3,000 of these leaves in our brew when we drink. This is ayahuasca right here that's 12 years old. So it's definitely a very, very powerful part of the ecosystem.
Back at camp, a new batch of ayahuasca is being brewed with leaves and roots from the rainforest.
So now this ayahuasca will cook for 12 hours, boiling at a very high temperature.
The result is a highly concentrated liquid which commonly causes diarrhea and vomiting as a side effect. But according to Scott, it also allows people to access their higher selves.
And that's what the ayahuasca can do, is it can bring us in touch with that intuition and with senses that have been put to sleep by disuse or by perhaps antidepressant drugs or by high stress, a lot of anxiety.
Apparently, the shaman plays a vital role in the ayahuasca ceremony, even though he says very little.
You communicating with the patient telepathically, and you're seeing their energy field and you're seeing what's going on.
Well, I'll let you know
Good.
if
Well,
it
we'll
doesn't
keep in
happen
touch.
tomorrow.
Ella is getting worried about the ayahuasca experience.
But I say it is worth it 100%, and I wouldn't have changed it for anything. And I hope that you get to feel some, even if you feel a quarter of what I come here for, you're going to be amazed when you go home. I swear.
I hope so too. I hope so too.
The ayahuasca ceremony is held in a special temple called a maloca. As night falls, the guests start to arrive.
So here we are preparing for the ceremony. So we lie down. Sometimes you get a bit cold in the night. It's nice to have the blanket.
Scott will bring you water if you need.
Yeah.
And this is a glass of water. So what the people use this for is to clean out their throat and to wash the ayahuasca down into the stomach. And the function of that is to avoid a premature purge.
Scott calculates each patient's dose according to their previous experience and needs.
So just let me know how you're feeling when you come up to get your cup, and we'll dial it in perfectly.
He blows on the ayahuasca to infuse it with his spirit, and then, one by one, they drink. When everyone is lying comfortably, Scott blows out the candles and the night of hallucination, telepathic communication, and vomiting begins.
Everyone is inside the temple now in complete darkness as it should be. It has been just over 1 hour since they had the ayahuasca potion. The effects are coming up now, and what I saw was uneasy people saying no sense, and the shamans will keep singing until everyone has settled down. It will take maybe 2 hours. It's pretty intense up there.
The next morning, Theo is still feeling unwell, so she's given some sap to soothe her stomach. Despite the side effects, she's absolutely ecstatic about last night's experience.
The way it was just so intense, and the more and more come, and up and up and up, and bringing it all up, and then bringing everyone, all the sadness into the light, so there's more people that will be happy. I really wish that was something that someone can see, because if everyone can do that, just do the same thing, just wish that for the world, just bring everything, like, oh, here, everybody, oh, come on, let's all be happy, like, it's gonna be okay, and bring it all up, and bring it and send it into the light, and it's just amazing.
Thel decides to check on her Canadian friend Ella, who was also unwell.
Hey, how are you feeling this morning?
I feel good. Everything is good now. Yeah, so I nothing happened. There was no vision, no nothing. I was just sick, violently sick. And maybe I'm immune to the plant.
Well, like I was telling you, ayahuasca works that, it's taking up all the bad, everything from, your past, and everything that's ever made you sad. Like I said, you're gonna see, before you leave here, you're gonna feel so light, like a free bird.
El efecto va a depender mucho de la fe, la creencia que uno tenga en eso.
Professor Benjamin Castañeda and his team at the University of Lima have been studying Peruvian medicinal plants for the past 20 years. He's dubious about ayahuasca's psychological benefits.
La percepción que tiene el que consume ayahuasca son el mismo tipo de imágenes que se ve en pacientes que tienen patología tipo esquizofrenia, por ejemplo, ¿no? Alteraciones de la personalidad, o pacientes que tienen delirio, por ejemplo, en caso de alcoholismo, en el delirio tremens.
So far, Western medicine has only a limited understanding of ayahuasca's effects on the mind. But Professor Castañeda has big concerns about ayahuasca's impact on the body.
Entonces produce sus efectos. Le produce taquicardia, le produce aumento de la presión arterial, una serie de efectos que pueden ser negativos en algún momento, ¿no? Porque definitivamente hay peligro, ¿no? Sobre todo aquellas personas que tienen antecedentes de enfermedades cardiovasculares, por ejemplo, o operados del corazón, etc.
There may be dangers, but for some people, ayahuasca's benefits are life-changing.
I just thought it doesn't sound nice. Then you told me after. And I was like,
This healing center near Iquitos is run by a brother and sister from Orange in New South Wales.
It's turned out to be beneficial for people with all sorts of illnesses.
Tracy Thornbury tells me many of her visitors are suffering from depression.
I had one man here not long ago who's been severely depressed since his early 20s. He was in his 40s when he came. After he'd been here for 2 weeks, he was much lighter, much clearer, and when he went home, his doctor chose not to put him back on the medication and said that he was at a place in his life where the doctor had been trying to get him to for 10 years.
It doesn't work 100% with everybody, but it certainly has wonderful results. It seems to have much better results than some of the older techniques we've been using in Western medication.
Tracy's brother Mark certainly knows. He's one of the center's biggest success stories.
I've got a long history of drug and alcohol abuse. It's put an end to that. It's given me a reason to look forward to the rest of my life. I can honestly say that after many years. It's something I repeat over and over again to people. But at 52, I'm looking forward to the rest of my life thanks to the ayahuasca.
Back at Scott's Ayahuasca Center, Donnie, the recovering alcoholic, has had a revelation about his own behavior.
I haven't felt worthy to be loved. And I felt so sorry for it because I've seen at the same time I am missing something because I don't take it. I am also denying them the feeling of giving love. So it becomes two losers in this.
With their treatment over, it's time for Donnie and Ella to head home. While Ella hasn't felt any benefits from ayahuasca, Donnie is returning to Sweden, ready for a new life.
Just stay in touch, okay?
Maybe that's what you should do.
When I come back now, I'm really going to get in touch with some of my friends, and I'm going to explain how sorry I am, but I'm also going to say, whatever much love you have, I'm ready, just give it to me. I'm going to take it and just give it to me, pour it over me, I'm here now.